Virtual reality is going to be massive in the years to come, one way or another. It's a great way to experience things you wouldn't normally be able to, and it will only get better as the technology improves. A lot of heavy hitters are releasing new VR tech as we speak, but we are waiting for the one who will make VR mainstream. Apple is no stranger to game-changing technology, and its upcoming VR headset is sure to be another hit. We believe that an Apple VR headset could be the next big thing, the next iPhone, and will be the one who will bring this technology to everyone and not just to the ones with a deep pocket. We will talk more about this later on in the video. Welcome to our channel all about virtual reality. Here, we'll be discussing the latest news and advancements in the world of VR. We'll also be showcasing some of the best VR content out there and giving our thoughts and opinions on it all. So whether you're a VR enthusiast or just curious about this cutting-edge technology, be sure to subscribe and stay tuned. VR is a technology that allows users to interact with and experience computer-generated environments in a realistic way. It can be used for gaming, entertainment, education, and business applications. There are two main types of VR systems: VR headsets and VR rooms. VR headsets are worn by users and provide them with an immersive experience. VR rooms are large multi-user spaces that allow for a more social VR experience. VR technology is still in its early stages, but it is rapidly evolving. VR headsets are becoming more affordable and easier to use, and VR content is becoming more widely available. VR has the potential to revolutionize many industries, from gaming and entertainment to education and business. So how does virtual reality work? Virtual reality is created by using computer technology to generate realistic images, sounds, and other sensations that simulate a user's physical presence in a virtual environment. A VR system typically includes a headset, which is worn by the user, and a computer or console that generates the virtual environment. The headset tracks the user's head movements and provides them with a stereoscopic view of the virtual world. The user's hand movements are tracked by sensors, and they are able to interact with the virtual world using a controller or other input device. Some VR systems also use haptic feedback, which is a technology that allows users to feel sensations in their hands and other body parts. This can further enhance the immersive experience. So how does all of this work together to create a realistic VR experience? When you put on a VR headset, you are transported into a computer-generated world. The VR system tracks your head movements and adjusts the images that you see accordingly. This gives you the impression that you are actually moving through the virtual environment. The VR system also generates sounds that are based on your location in the virtual world. This further enhances the illusion that you are actually in the environment. If you move your hand, the VR system will track your movement and update the virtual world accordingly. This allows you to interact with the environment in a realistic way. Haptic feedback can further enhance the VR experience by providing you with tactile sensations. This can make it feel like you are actually touching and feeling objects in the real world. Augmented reality, on the other hand, is a live direct or indirect view of a physical, real-world environment whose elements are augmented by computer-generated sensory input, such as sound, video, graphics, or GPS data. It is related to a more general concept called mediated reality, in which a view of reality is modified, possibly even diminished rather than augmented, by a computer. As a result, the technology functions by enhancing one's current perception of reality. By contrast, virtual reality replaces the real world with a simulated one. AR systems layer virtual information over a view of the real world. Data is overlaid onto the view of reality, thereby providing enhanced information about the world around us. For example, a tourist might use an AR system to see the name of a building overlaid onto their view of that building. In this way, AR brings digital content into our physical world. AR is a live, direct or indirect, view of a physical, real-world environment whose elements are augmented by computer-generated sensory input, such as sound, video, graphics, or GPS data. So how does AR work? AR technology blends computer-generated images and information with the user's real-world environment. The user experiences AR through a device, such as a smartphone, tablet, goggles, or head-mounted display. The device's camera captures the user's real-world surroundings, and the AR software superimposes computer-generated images and information onto the view. There are two main types of AR systems: marker-based and markerless. Marker-based AR systems use patterns or shapes to track the user's location and orientation. The AR software then superimposes computer-generated images and information onto the view, based on the user's location and orientation. Markerless AR systems, on the other hand, do not require patterns or shapes to track the user's location and orientation. Instead, they use the user's GPS location, accelerometer, and gyroscope to track the user. VR and AR are two terms that are often used interchangeably, but they actually refer to two very different things. Virtual reality is a completely immersive experience that takes place in a computer-generated environment. You can strap on a headset and are transported to another world where you can interact with objects and people that are not really there. Augmented reality, on the other hand, is a technology that overlays digital information on the real world. This can be anything from a GPS map on your car's windshield to a virtual keyboard that appears on your coffee table when you need to type something. So what are the key differences between these two technologies? For one, virtual reality is much more immersive and realistic than augmented reality. When you're in a VR world, it feels like you're really there. You can pick up objects, walk around, and even interact with other people. AR, on the other hand, is less immersive and more like a digital overlay on the real world. Another key difference is that virtual reality is completely computer-generated, while augmented reality uses the real world as its base. This means that AR can be used to enhance your experience of the real world, while VR can be used to transport you to completely different environments. Both of these terms have a common name: mixed reality. However, on this channel, we will refer to both VR and AR as virtual reality because that's what we think most people have heard about, and we believe that this term will be most common in the future. Time will tell. So on to the use cases. Right now, we will start with VR and we will do AR in a later video. There are many different VR games to choose from, ranging from first-person shooters to puzzle games. No matter what your taste in games, there's sure to be a VR game out there for you. With VR, we can finally step inside our favorite games and explore virtual worlds in a completely new way. Imagine being able to walk around in the world of The Legend of Zelda, or explore the vast open world of Grand Theft Auto. With VR, the possibilities are endless. Some of the most popular VR games include titles such as Eve, Valkyrie, Job Simulator, and The Lab. These games offer players a range of different experiences, from fast-paced action to more relaxed gameplay. There are also a number of VR experiences that are aimed at non-gamers. These include titles such as Tilt Brush, which lets you create 3D art in a virtual environment, and Google Earth VR, which lets you explore the world in a completely new way. If you're looking for a truly immersive gaming experience, then VR gaming is definitely for you. With so many amazing games to choose from, you're sure to find something that you'll love. Virtual reality is also changing the way we consume entertainment. Whether it's watching a movie in a virtual cinema or exploring a virtual world, VR allows you to experience things in a whole new way. And with the recent popularity of 360-degree video, you can now enjoy immersive content from the comfort of your own home. Another area where VR is beginning to have an impact is in movies and TV. We are now seeing the first few examples of movies and TV shows that are specifically designed for VR. These experiences are often much more immersive than traditional movies and TV, and can offer a whole new level of engagement with the story. As VR technology continues to develop, we can expect to see even more amazing and innovative uses for it in the entertainment world. Virtual reality is also being used in education and training simulations. By putting on a VR headset, students and trainees can be transported into realistic environments where they can learn and practice without any risk. This makes VR an invaluable tool for learning and development. There are many advantages to using VR for education and training. For one, VR can provide a more immersive experience that can help students better understand and retain information. Additionally, VR can be used to create simulations of real-world scenarios that can be used to train students or professionals in a variety of fields. One of the most popular uses of VR in education is for language learning. By immersing students in a virtual environment, they can more easily pick up on the nuances of a new language. Additionally, VR can be used to create simulations of real-world scenarios that can be used to train students or professionals in a variety of fields. In the medical field, VR is often used to simulate surgeries. This allows medical students to get a feel for the procedures before they have to perform them on real patients. VR can also be used for physical therapy, allowing patients to practice exercises in a safe and controlled environment. There are endless possibilities for the use of VR in education and training. As the technology continues to develop, we will likely see even more innovative and effective uses for VR in these fields. Let's wrap up with the Apple VR headset and why we think they will make VR mainstream. Apple has been known for its sleek design and cutting-edge technology for years. The company has been at the forefront of many technological revolutions, such as the smartphone and the tablet. Now it looks like Apple is poised to revolutionize the virtual reality industry with its new Apple VR headset. We believe that Apple VR has the potential to be a game changer in the virtual reality industry for several reasons. First, Apple is a brand that is synonymous with quality. When consumers see the Apple logo, they know they are getting a product that is well designed and built to last. This is important in the virtual reality industry because there are still a lot of concerns about the durability of VR headsets. Second, Apple has a huge ecosystem of apps and content that can be used with the Apple VR headset. This is a big advantage over other platforms, which often have a limited selection of apps and games. Third, Apple has a very loyal customer base. People who buy Apple products are typically very satisfied with them and are unlikely to switch to another brand. This means that once people try Apple VR, they are likely to stick with it, which is important for the long-term success of the platform. Lastly, we believe that Apple has the financial resources to make Apple VR a success. The company is one of the most valuable companies in the world. This gives Apple the ability to invest heavily in research and development for Apple VR and to build a strong marketing campaign to promote the headset. In conclusion, we believe that Apple VR has the potential to revolutionize the virtual reality industry. The company has the brand power, ecosystem, customer base, and financial resources to make it a success. We think that Apple VR will be a big hit with consumers and will help to make virtual reality mainstream. What do you think about the new potential Apple VR product? What are your thoughts on virtual reality in general? Is it really the future? Tell us in the comments section below. Also, if you're new to this channel, I strongly encourage you to subscribe and click the like button. We really appreciate it.